Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you're all doing well. This is Darth Mexican from The Geek Life, and I am here with one of the greatest World of Warcraft content creators of all time, HazelNuttyGames. How are you?
Hi. Hello. I'm doing real good.
Good.
I'm enjoying BlizzCon.
Yeah! So we are at BlizzCon 2019, and there's been a lot of awesome announcements. Out of all the ones that happened today, which one would you feel like is one of your more favorites?
The extra customization options for the original races.
Oh, yeah.
They were so good, and I need to see the rest of them. I need to know what they're doing to gnomes.
Yeah, it'd be so good. So, if you're not familiar with HazelNuttyGames, would you please introduce yourself and what you do and all that?
Sure. Hi, I'm Hazel. I make YouTube videos primarily. I've also started streaming on Twitch, and I mostly do guides, so like raid guides or secret guides or pet guides or mount guides, that kind of thing, and then also just cover news as it comes out every week.
Yeah, and she has literally been the reason that our guild has like gotten through some really tough encounters, because we were like, all right, everyone stop what they're doing and watch Hazel's new video that we can all figure out what's going on. So like, thank you for saving our bacon. So it's good. So I'm curious, and I always ask this question to different artists and content creators because it's so like wonderful to hear their origin story. Like, how did you start out in like videography and like content creating?
Well, I really needed something to do. I had just moved to America and I didn't have a work visa yet, and I didn't really have a social network or anything going on, so I needed something to do. And I had looked up to WoW content creators for years. I'd been playing WoW for years already, and I was a huge fan of people like Dodger and Jesse Cox and WoW Krendor, and I thought, well, I'm never going to get there, but I want to try and just do something with my time, so I just struck out and gave it a go.
And it went really, really well. Yeah. What, in your experience, over all the years that you've been a content creator, what has been one of your more like favorite moments? Was it something like really in the beginning that you had to like master and finally get over, or is it something more like tangible and...
Okay, so there's two. One is really dumb and technical. It's not even technical. I use a lot of graphics in my videos, like screenshots or thumbnails, that kind of thing. Yeah. And for the longest time, I was wasting so much time taking full screenshots and then putting them in an editor and then cropping them and then putting them back. And I discovered the snipping tool in Windows where you can do it all in one step. And I was happier that day that I'd been, because it saved me so much time. Yeah. And then a more emotional one, the very first time that I got into a WoW beta as a sort of content creator was the Legion beta. Oh, and I was like running around my apartment in laps, so happy that I got in and I was going to be able to make content, and I felt like included and just so happy that I got that. Yeah. So that was really cool.
That's really cool. And how long have you been a content creator? Like, when did you start?
June of 2013.
2013. Okay, yeah. That's awesome. And at one point, did you feel that your actual like career had like spiked for it? Because a lot of people feel that like if they don't succeed in the first year, they're never going to make it. But that's not the case with a lot of people. Who actually,
I'm not sure I've taken off yet. I'm still waiting. I guess. I don't know. I feel like it was a really slow roll at first because, you learn things as you go, and I watch my earlier content and it's very hard to watch. But maybe like after maybe in year 4 or 5, honestly, like of the last 6 or 7 I've been doing it, just in the last couple I've started to feel like at least I don't know everything yet, but I know where to go to figure out things on my way. So I feel a little more, I've got my feet on the ground.
Yeah. And for a lot of people, as like new content creators entering the scene, it can be overwhelming. A lot of people feel like you need the best equipment in order to succeed. Other people feel like you need the connections and all that kind of stuff. In your own personal opinion, what advice do you wish you received when you first started out?
I don't know if I would have listened to this advice had it been given to me, but I wish I knew that it doesn't have to, it's never going to be perfect. It doesn't have to be perfect, and it's never going to be. And the important thing is to do your best and put something out there, and then keep doing it consistently, because you want to be as best as you can on a schedule, and even if you're not happy with that video, do better in the next one, and then the next one, and then the next one, because if I threw out every single video that I hated, I would have made about 4 by now, so you got to just keep going and don't worry about it too much.
Good, okay, cool. And then, out of all the projects you've ever done, which one would you say is your personal favorite? Not the one that was most successful, but the one that really meant the most to you.
I was really weirdly proud of the first raid guide, actually, of Battle of Dazar Lore. There was Champion of Light Encounter, and I started kind of early, and I had all my stuff together, and I had all my graphics ready, and I had a plan to like describe the mechanics, and I did the salty boss and spicy boss to describe the different phases of it. And then my guild started using those terms, and I really loved that video because it came out the way I wanted it to, and that almost never happens.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, a lot of the times when you reference things in the game, that's like, what was it? Like skinny noodles and we copy that, and in serious heated moments like skinny noodles, switch to skinny noodles. So it's incredible that like you referencing something or you choosing a nickname can influence tons of guilds to like then call it that.
That was the moment, specifically the Crucible of Storms one, where I realized that nicknames need to be 2 syllables max.
Yeah.
Because my poor tank is trying to yell out skinny noodles very quickly, and I was like, oh,
it's too late.
It's too many. It's too much.
That's incredible. And then a lot of times with content creators or geeks or anything like that, we can suffer from like social anxiety or like depression or all these different weird things. Yet you have like the swagger of a champion, and you're just so strong, and you're a champion of the people. What do you do to remind yourself that you are wonderful and continue on with during those hard days?
Oh, I'm so glad you think that.
I know that. Yeah.
So I have a little folder of letters that people have sent me. Some people have like written me handwritten letters, which is really, really nice of somebody to take the time to do something like that. So I'll go back and read through them. And then the other thing is just sometimes you will have a bad day, or I will have a bad day, and after enough of them, I just kind of recognize I'm just going to do the best I can with today and get whatever I can done, and then tomorrow's going to be another day.
Yeah. Right on, that's super cool. And then out of all the creations that Blizzard has ever done, and like you've touched and all that kind of stuff, what is your personal favorite, which I feel is World of Warcraft? And if it is World of Warcraft, then what aspect of World of Warcraft would you say
is my favorite?
Yeah. Whether it be a raid or some like abstract concept where it's just the world and like all that kind of stuff.
I really love raids. Raids in general is such a macro answer, but the opportunity that it gives me to like get my way into a guild and have a social group that meets regularly every week is something that I wouldn't really otherwise get. So just how amazing the encounter design has continued to be, because if that had fallen off the truck somewhere, I feel like my guild wouldn't be continuing to come back every patch to raid, but they knock it out of the park every time, and everybody comes back, and it's like a big family reunion. So that's the thing that's like most special to me, I think, about WoW.
That's really cool. And then where can we find you online?
I am on YouTube, HazelNuttyGames, also HazelNuttyGames on Twitch and Twitter, and those are the important ones. That's enough.
Right on. Well, this woman is delightful in every sense of the word. Make sure to check out her content. She really deserves it. And hope you guys have a great time. Bye.
I like it.